My name is Nicholas Regan. I'm currently a sophomore at Fordham's Gabelli School of Business. I hope to follow a career in accounting and one day become a forensic accountant. Today we'll be conducting a 361 analysis with the help of my peers, mentors, and supervisors. This analysis will allow me to look into how people see my strengths as well as the areas where I can improve. The results that come from the data encompass my personal life, academia, and previous employment. The list of interviewees begins with the supervisor of my first job at EMR Graphics, Michael Araya, whom I believe saw my strengths and weaknesses firsthand. Next is Carly Neubauer, who was a co-worker of mine at the same job, EMR Graphics, who worked closely with me on projects during my tenure. To conclude the professional portion is Robert Kravitz, who was the supervisor of my supervisor at my most recent employment of my old elementary school. In academia, I chose Eric Sanders, my athletic academic advisor, who would engage in routine meetings with me from time to time about anything from assignment deadlines to how I was acclimating to the college life. Also from academia, I chose Patrick McGuire, not only a fellow student, but also a fellow teammate of mine, who interacts with me on a daily basis. For my personal life, I chose my close friend Caroline McGuire, whom I spend the majority of my time with here at school when I'm not studying. To conclude my interviewees, I chose my sibling, Timothy Regan, who has had a huge part in molding me into the man I am today. Conducting my interviews across the different spectrums, aspects of my communication behaviors came to light. A resounding trend from all 7 of my interviews was that I am an intrinsically motivated individual. From a work perspective, Michael said that I showed enthusiasm in every job or task I was assigned. From a university perspective, Patrick attested to the fact that I'm always at practice pushing myself to get better, and that in turn motivates him to work harder every day. Eric, my advisor, stated that he has seen me grow as a student, as he has never had to once motivate me to meet assignment deadlines or due dates. This is contradictory to one characteristic in my DISC report, which states that I have a great deal of procrastination when a lot is asked of me. I believe being a student athlete at the college level is a lot to handle with schoolwork and ongoing projects. My DISC report also says that my results indicate that I would jump at an opportunity to motivate others. In the same report, it states that naturally, or in other words, my natural style, I am a natural coach to others while working on a team. When I am in a situation where I need to adapt, the DISC report said that I have the ability to visualize the events that need to occur for success. Each bit of data backs the initial finding that my strength in my communication behavior is my motivating attitude and enthusiasm. My strengths were seen in the data. It is in the same data that my ineffective communication behaviors came to focus. The data supports that I am indecisive in making quick decisions under pressure. This was easy to see in my workplace interviews because Mike saw firsthand how I responded to long and short-term projects. The short-term projects, he said, I struggled with making decisions that yielded the best outcome. It was only when I teamed up with someone that I felt better about making quick decisions. My interview with coworker Carly attests to that fact, as she said once a short-term deadline was announced, I would become overly nervous and indecisive. She also stated that this behavior was not all bad, as she stated that I was very methodical, and even though my decisions were sometimes indecisive, they were always calculated and thought through. My fellow classmate and friend Caroline saw my indecisiveness as well and saw that it was a drawback to my effective communication. She said that my indecisiveness was clear in the way I write. In addition, she recommended that to improve my writing skills, I should brainstorm my thoughts before writing an essay. To conclude the data, my DISC report under the D category for decisive scored me as low in both the natural and adaptive categories. Having the same low numerical value for each category indicates that in any setting, this is how I really am. In the report, it stated that I am resistant to making a quick decision under pressure. Also, it stated that I am a calculated risk taker only after I have had a lot of time to weigh my options.